Howat from Next Best Picture. Byung-hun, thank you so much for your time today talking about season two of Squid Game.
Thank you for
Entering,
having me.
absolutely, entering season two, you sort of operate in a dual role, playing the front man overseeing the games, but you also enter the games as a contestant and sort of become an ally for Ji-hun. Having to portray an ally like that, a friend of sorts, how do you find ways to still show the evil underneath as the front man?
좀
So yeah, that was
사람들에게
exactly one
설득이
of the
될까?
biggest challenges
라는
I
고민이 좀
had
있었어요. 근데
acting in season
이
two
드라마의
because
성격상
Frontman has lost
표현을
all
하면
hope in
할수록 점점
humanity. Is a very
더
pessimistic,
좀
cynical person
그
who's
인물이 되게
emotionless. So
무서워지고
if he
더
is
오싹해지는 그런
acting this
어떤
fabricated character who
경험을
is
했어요.
like
그래서
a normal person
그런
who would
표현을 더
feel
하자.
all the
왜냐면
joy you feel together
어쩌면
with the players, the nervousness or the
프런트맨의 그
surprises
어떤
and anger, would he
무감정의
be able to pull
느낌이지만
that off and will people
어쩌면
buy it?
자기가 연기를
Those were
시작하다가
the questions that I had in
예전
mind. But
황인호
I felt
이
that
게임을
I needed to
경험하기
be more
이전에 황인호의
expressive
어떤
because that would actually make him
평범한
more daunting,
인간으로서의
more
이
scary, and more
자기도
eerie.
모르게
So
그런
I
마음이
decided that
있다고
I would
판단을
go
하고 연기를
very expressive with this guy
설정을
because I
했고
thought even if
또
he's an emotionless person right now,
순간순간
when he is really into this
시청자들은
character
아마
that he created himself, Young-il,
그럼에도
then maybe
불구하고
In-ho, the guy that his true
굉장히
self before playing in Squid
프런트맨과
Game could sometimes peek through.
프런트맨이 확 느껴지는
So
그런 어떤
I think there are
눈빛들을
moments, even
초록색
when
옷을
Young-il
입은
is in the
영예에게서
green
좀
tracksuit,
순간순간
there are moments
느꼈었다고
when you
생각해요.
can see from his
그런
gaze that he's still
지점들이
front man,
연기를
and
하면서
there
좀
are those
재미있었던
kind of
것 같아요. 그렇게
spine-chilling moments. So I think it was very
사람들한테
fun to portray
저는
those
이
moments because
사람들 다른 연기자들
while
앞에서는
frontman is
다
acting
속이고
as
연기를 하고 있지만
Young-il in front of
결국
all the
시청자와
players,
나만 알고 있는
viewers
약속
and
같은
I know
느낌이었기 때문에
that I am
그런
frontman. It's like
어떤
a little pinky swear between the viewers and myself. So it was
지점들이
quite fun to
되게
carry that out.
저한테 은밀한 재미를 줬었어요.
Yeah, the front man is especially, focused on Ji-hun and so much so that he's putting the games themselves at risk. Throughout the season, we're getting more glimpses into the front man's backstory, but there's still a lot of mystery there. How deeply did you and director Wong get into what led your character to this point?
그
So
연구를 훨씬 더
actually,
사실 많이 해야
myself
되는 것
and
같아요.
Director Huang
일반적으로
started talking about the
주인공으로서
backstory of
쭉
Frontman
그
when we
이
started
사람에
with
대한
season one. While we
히스토리가
didn't
쫙
think
나와
about a
있는
season
것보다
two
오히려 더
back
많은
then,
생각을 해야 되고
when there's a
또 많이
cameo
내 안에서
appearance, it
그
goes
아마 이
very
사람은
vague for
이런
the
인물일
actor to
거야
play this
저런
character
인물일 거야
because
하고
the cameo
자기
usually doesn't
것을
have a
만들어
set
놔야 그
backstory.
짧은 순간의
So
연기를
I
할 때
give a long and hard
자신감
thought
있게 연기를
about
할 수
how I
있거든요.
can really
그래서
flesh this character out if he's very
비록
grounding.
시즌 2
I
같은 거
think it
생각을
requires
안
even more
했지만
research
그러면은
than the
이
main
인물은
character
어떤
because for
인물일까요?
the main
를
character,
사실 원
usually you
때부터
have like the
굉장히
full
많이
backstory
남았어요.
set out.
근데
So
이제
I had a lot of theories in my head
글로벌
about what
일정이
happened
살아가고
to him
시즌
before he
2가
joined the
결정이
game.
되면서
And only when I have
우리가
that set in my
나눴던
head, I can
농담처럼
have the
나눴던 그
confidence to
대화들
play an
또한
impactful scene, which
감독님에게
could be very brief
많이
and short. So I spent a lot of time talking
새롭게
with
글을
director
쓰는데
Huang
도움이 되지
about this,
않았을까?
beginning from
그런
when we
생각이
were in
들고
production for season one. And after season two
비록
was greenlit, because so many
뭐
people loved the
드라마의
show
이야기에는
worldwide, I think the conversation that we
많은
had,
부분 이
sometimes
인물이
jokingly,
어떤
was
인물이다라는 게
of
소개가
great
되지
help to director
않았을지언정
Hong in creating a second
저하고
season. And
감독님하고
in
이
the
사람이
narrative of
있을
season two,
거다라는
not everything
이
about the
사람의 어떤
backstory
정서
of
혹은
Frontman is
이
revealed,
사람의
but between
입장
myself and
이런
director
것들을
Huang, we have a very
굉장히 많이
concretely set backstory
단단하게
and the inner thoughts that Inho or
설정이
Frontman goes
된
through. So
상태로
that really helped me
이
a lot.
인물을 연기를 했던 것 같아요.
And when you're entering the games themselves, you spoke about making sure your performance was much more expressive when you're inside the games. How did that impact the way the actual games themselves were filmed? I know the six-legged race was the first one. Those are quite stressful and often scary sequences. Are you able to find fun in the filming of them?
막상
Yeah, it's
조금만 더
the
표현한
six-legged
그 화면을 우리가
pentathlon
모니터링을
was
하니까
the one that
정말 오히려
I
더
and Director
크리피하고
Huang were
오싹한
most
느낌이
unsure of regarding
들었어요.
how
그래서
expressive
아,
should
그래 이게
frontmen go.
우리가 가는 게 맞는
And
것
sometimes
같다.
when I would
그리고 뭐
do a scene
그냥
and
그
Director
순간
Huang would tell me to
그
maybe go more
프런트맨도 그냥
expressive, and then
즐기자,
we would monitor that on
즐기기로 하자
set,
그냥.
and it actually looked more creepy and
어차피
daunting
내가
because
함께
I was
팀을
so
이루고
expressive. So we
이
knew that it was the right way to
사람들이
go. And I thought,
제 시간
since
안에
I'm
막
frontman and I know
너무나
that,
그
I'm going
다급하게
to be
못
in this game
들어갈 것
anyways,
같은
let's just enjoy
상황들
this. So
네,
when
초조한
everyone
느낌의
is so
모습들을 보면서
nervous and
나는 사실 굉장히
scared that they
즐기고
might not
있으니까
be able to make it in time,
처음부터
I'm
끝까지
actually having a
즐기는
lot
그
of fun
느낌으로
watching them being
우리가
very nervous and
연기를
scared to
하자.
death. So that's how I try to
저와 감독님은 그렇게
play
이제
my
생각을 하고
character in
이
that
부분을
game.
연기를 했죠.
Well, I wish we had much more time to dig into the series. Before I let you go, we are so excited for season 3 of Squid Game, but I know so many of us are also extremely excited to see you in director Park Chan-wook's No Other Choice. What can you tell us about your role in that film?
촬영을 하면서 정말
Yeah, while I
오랜만에
do
또
have an
박찬욱
extensive
감독님과
career,
함께
No
작업을
Other
하는
Choice is
하면서
something that
진짜
I'm really waiting to
우리가
watch
정말
myself. It's been
촬영장에서
quite a long time
즐겁게
since
잘
I worked together with director Park Chan-wook, and this
지내는구나라는
time
생각을
around on
다시
set,
한번
we
할
were
수
reminded
있었던
of how much fun we
그런
have on set.
시간이었고
And this is a
거의
movie
95%
that
이상
uses about 95% of its time
주인공의 모습을
following the
따라가는
main
영화예요.
character,
그렇기
just
때문에
myself. So if you
저를
like me, if you're
좋아하시는
a fan
분은
of me,
굉장히
you will pretty
좋아하시는
much
거고
enjoy the
저를
movie.
별로 안
But if you
좋아하시는
don't like
분은
me,
아마
maybe
굉장히
it's going to be
힘든 영화가 될
hard
수도
for you to
있을 거라는
watch.
생각이 들어요.
Well, that's good news for me. I am very
Okay.
excited for the
Oh,
film.
thank you so much.
Absolutely. Byung-hun, thank you so much for Squid Game and for talking with me today.
Okay, thank you.